5, 4, 3, 2, click.
I was going to say, get ready for Get ready for Goblin Slayer level 4? Level 4. 3, 2, 1, go!
Get ready for Goblin Slayer level 4.
Oh god, they have like a D11?
I don't know.
One,
no, that
two.
was a D12.
D12. I was close, I said 11.
So clearly they're just rolling for high damage attacks.
I don't know what they're talking about now.
Dwarves and lizard men.
But this wasn't in manga.
I know, it's just one of those opening preludes that anime sometimes add.
Amazing, we killed them.
Is this some form of magic? They all have arrows in their heads.
1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
At least it's not 3D.
Yeah.
You know what I should do? I should add a counter for every episode, so every time he goes 3D, I'll just add one.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah. If you want to rewatch it, you could always rewatch it and just add a counter and then go from there.
You just need to add like the JoJo menacing effect to that scene.
Menacing effect?
Like they just have the words menacing just floating in the background, shuddering whenever somebody's being threatening. And we're back. The Strong, episode 4.
Wait, are you trying to be all sneaky?
Oh, it's 3D!
Let's be really quiet, quiet and subtle.
Alright, I'm gonna hide our scent.
Clank, clank, clunk, clank, clunk, clunk. Hey, what's that over there? Swings the torch that way. I'm being subtle, guys. No one will ever know that we're coming.
It's okay. Her staff thing jingles every time she moves, so he's probably like, fuck it, let's just make noise.
Fuck it, I just wanted to cover her in blood for no reason.
I do find it funny how it's only the two girls are covered.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think he did mention
that they're really sensitive to women.
Because they smell the womenness.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
Because I seriously doubt that... I'm going to assume perfume does exist in this world, but I seriously doubt Elf uses it.
No, it's just another let's do something. Goblins are obsessed with women thing because, you know.
You know, it's like when a dog smells another dog in heat and, like, goes across the town and, like, jumps the fence and frickin' just goes and gets that dog that's in heat. So it's that same thing with the goblins.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Remember in Riddick, when he kept on smelling Jack and he's like, she's bleeding? Same thing.
When we're talking about Riddick, do we mean the third movie?
No, Pitch Black.
Okay, because Riddick is the third movie.
Yeah, I know, but look, it's the same thing as the Xbox One. You gotta kind of just assume based on what people are talking about.
But when you said Riddick, that's the title of the
He meant the franchise.
Okay. That's the Chronicles of Riddick.
No, it was Pitch Black that it happened in.
No, that's the franchise, which is also the second movie.
What?
Pitch Black, Chronicles of Riddick, and Riddick.
Yeah.
That's the order it goes in.
Don't forget the animated one.
Yeah, but that's what is that one called again?
I can't remember.
Dark something.
Escape from Dark Athena or something like that?
No, that's the game.
Oh, okay, whatever.
There's a 30-minute like animated thing.
It's in between the first and the second.
No, is it? I thought it was between. No, I thought it was between number 2 and 3.
3D.
No, because he's with the old guy and the young Jack.
He's 3D.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start up the Goblin Slayer drinking game. Every time he's 3D, you have to chug a whole bottle.
I don't have anything.
You're going to die.
Yeah, and
I think take a sip would be way better.
You just...
Man, he really wanted to go into that room.
If you want, I could bring some hot sauce here, and anytime it's 3D.
You're super hot sauce.
But he's 3D again. We're just gonna die.
Fine, you guys can use the Tabasco sauce.
Tabasco.
Well, another naked lady.
It's okay. This time she was just.
Did she
tortured.
puke cum?
Yeah. I don't understand how. Like I was saying this off camera at one point, but it feels like Goblin Slayer is the only adventurer who acts like he's seen some shit in this world. Literally the only person, even though I feel like everybody should have seen this by now with how fucking common it is.
When you weren't here, me and Ryan talking about like how like how they say like it takes like usually 3 or 4 adventures to go in to kill Goblin Slayer because like the first 2 or 3 get killed by the goblins. I was saying okay, how are there so many adventures then if like 90% of them get killed off when they fight the goblins?
And why is he the
which
only...
are the low-level creatures, right?
He's 3D.
That no one cares about, right?
And
so
how come he is the only high-level adventurer who acts like he's seen some shit if they all have to go through this?
Yeah. And also, why do people make fun of him then that he only goes after goblins?
When they know how fucking dangerous they are.
Yeah, since they would have to have survived fighting these goblins, unless all they did was kill sewer rats, the entire time they're strong enough to go against higher level monsters, which makes no sense because everything we've seen so far is that everyone just wants to skip the sewer rats and go straight to the goblins.
Maybe everybody else has gone for kobolds.
Maybe. That would be, maybe.
And kobolds can't rape because they're too small.
I mean, they can climb inside.
They're sexy, sexy lizard men, though.
Look, they're sexually attracted to the lizard men, but they don't want to have sex with them. They just want to, like, be with them.
Oh, okay. Also, another thing I was talking to Ryan about before he came here.
He's ready.
Remember how, like, in the first episode, like, they were in that tiny-ass cave, and that guy with the long sword, like, couldn't swing a sword because it was small? I was saying to Ryan, like, it's really lucky that they haven't gone anywhere that was, like, narrow with lizardmen in their party ever since.
He is fucking huge.
He's huge! And
okay, here's the thing I didn't get about that, okay?
Yeah?
Wasn't the kid a lot shorter than Goblin
Yes.
Slayer?
He seemed like
Okay, I know that his sword was longer, but shouldn't, Goblin Slayer, between his reach and height, have slammed into the wall?
Because once Goblin Slayer came into the picture, the cave got a lot bigger.
Well, because they ran deeper, so it got bigger, I guess. Also, because if you notice that his helmet, the horns are broken, I think in Goblin Slayer Year 1, which I read a bit of it, I think it showed him going through, and he, like, when he got this armor, it had horns on there, but, like, he kept hitting the horns off the side of the cave.
How big were those if he was hitting his horns but not his shoulders?
I don't know, man. I think they stuck straight out. Straight out. They didn't come, like, out and then forward. They went straight out sideways. So he kept hitting them, I don't know. That's why the horns are off on his helmet.
That feels more like his own problem than the actual problem of the horns.
Yeah. At least he can use an important spell.
Yeah. Lizardman's got some cool spells.
What has the dwarf done so far?
Nothing.
That's why he has 3 or 4 more left.
Oh my fucking god, just stop trying to give little advice on every single little thing like you're a know-it-all.
He is a know-it-all. He knows everything.
So, right, I forgot he's the bestest and the most greatest.
He's the Asta of
He
this
just
universe.
he knows everything.
Asta doesn't know anything, though.
Also, I love how the elf is the only one who's bothered by what happened.
You know
Because
why?
she's the lady.
No, because it was an elf. That's why. They saved an elf. Because they're near her homeland. That's why they're there.
But still.
So they're trying to show that, like, now she cares because it's her people being taken advantage of. But it's like, shouldn't you care either way?
No, that just means she's selfish.
There you go.
Also, probably a little racist.
Well, these two are definitely racist towards
Yeah,
each other.
they apparently didn't give a shit.
He cares, and he's not an elf.
But he cares, yet he's somehow much more stoic and withheld about it while she's breaking down is what I'm mostly getting at. Because she's the lady, so she has to be emotional.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just another thing of she's never been on an adventure before. This is like her first time, probably.
Even though she's 2,000 years old.
Yeah, she's 2,000 years old and she's never felt anything like this before on adventure.
Maybe she was really good at knitting.
For 2,000 years, she was just a knitter.
Then no, like 2,000. I don't know, like 1,900 and fucking 95, and then 5 years ago, she found out she was really good at shooting a bow and arrow. So she just practiced that, and it's like for 5 years, and then bam, I want to be an adventurer now. Are they gonna set them all on fire?
With that spray. Yep.
Let's wake them all up with my singing and dancing.
That really doesn't look like much, but I guess it's hyper combustible.
I feel like being like a spellcaster in this world is kind of shit because like everyone can only do it like 3 or 4 times before they're done for the day.
That actually would be shit.
It's like, hey, use 1 fire spell. Okay, great. Now you got 2 more. Good for you.
He's 3D, by the way. Also, I love how this was just their brilliant plan. Just put them to sleep and stab them.
It's actually a really smart plan.
I mean,
Just do it every single time.
I know, but whatever.
Also, I was talking to someone and they were kind of laughing how that's like the level 1 D&D tactic. Like, that is the simplest... That thing is so simple, and that D&D, like, GMs will not let you do that because it's so too easy and just solves all problems. So nobody actually lets it go off because it's just such a fucking simple, mindless tactic.
Yeah.
Well,
So that's why I can understand in an action-based show they won't do it all the time. They do it the one time to show that they can do it.
So, but if it's so good, just do it all the time.
Yeah, but then it'll be boring.
But it works. If
do
it
you
works
want
so...
logic or do you want entertaining?
I mean, I'm not getting either.
Die, Goblin!
She's penetrating him just like they penetrated the elf.
Nice.
He's been doing this. Oh, this is so tiring. I've already stabbed 3 of them. Ugh. It's like you've never... She really does feel like she's a rookie. And yet
Yeah, because that's the thing. It goes again with the whole thing about like apparently Goblin Slayer's the only one that's seen shit like this.
Yeah.
Because if she is a veteran adventurer and this isn't her first time adventuring, despite her being 2,000 years old,
Then how hasn't she dealt with... What is...
yeah, why hasn't she seen any? Like you would think that like war exists in this world, so like
Over 2,000 years, you've probably had some wars.
Yeah.
There's a fucking new war every decade in the real world. New major war.
Well,
An ogre.
Ooga! I thought those goblins were awfully quiet. Well, they were fucking sleeping.
No shit! They're already here.
No, he's a big goblin. He's a huge one. He's one you've never seen before. Oh, okay.
Why is there always a demon lord?
Because it's fantasy.
Why can't it be a different name, like the Evil King or something?
Because they weren't smart enough to come up with a different name.
I could call him the Sorcery Emperor.
Yeah, do that! That'd be something better than
Sorcery
the 8 billionth demon lord. No shit! The whole room's on fire!
This
Oh,
is my death ball. Trademark, don't steal.
I'm still charging, 1 moment. Please don't do anything while I'm still charging. Oh shit, they're doing something.
Yeah, you remember in the first episode where the wizard lady tried to use her spell the second time, but she couldn't use it fast enough because they had to speak it out and the goblins attacked her? It's a good thing this guy didn't just throw his fireball when she was trying to do her enchantment.
He was still charging.
But because he's not a goblin, he wasn't smart enough just to throw it.
Right. Oh yeah, Goblin's the world's greatest threat. Hey, she did it.
Oh, okay. So when I was reading the light novel,
Yeah.
when Goblin Slayer asked Priestess about her spells and stuff, she's like, "Well, I only know the heal one, right?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "I can use it 3 times," and he's like, "Oh, that's actually better than I thought," right? So because I guess, and apparently Priestess was like top of her class. If you
Really?
wanna call it class, right? I mean that wizard chick that was in that thing too was top of her class. And all she knew was the fire thing, as far as I know, right? But like that's like it really shitty to be a spellcaster because you can only use like 1 spell like 3 times and then you're done, right? But like ever since Priestess has been with Goblin Slayer, now she knows protection and she knows the sleep thing now.
Yeah.
Even though, according to the light novel, from what I read, is that Goblin Slayer's like, wow, you're actually better than I thought you were for knowing how to use minor heal, which apparently is a really good thing to use, like really high up skill, and use it 3 times.
Maybe magic is really new to them.
Maybe.
So like the fact that you can do anything is like, whoa, dude.
He didn't do like a whole big dance routine with 6 other men to shoot out those small stones.
This was not directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
I know.
I think that somehow it would have made it worse.
What, if it was directed by M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. He should be dead.
No, he's got armor.
See? But no, okay. See, yeah, there's another thing that gets me, like, makes me laugh about, especially when in the manga when I was reading it, is that like it's supposed to try to be realistic, but then whenever Goblin Slayer gets hit by like a giant enemy, which has happened like 3 times so far, it's like you should be dead the instant that guy hit you, but he still gets up.
Also, I love how this guy's threat was.
So you know what? So when it's anything but when it's not goblins, it goes by video game logic.
Basically,
when it is goblins, it goes by real world logic.
Like he just basically.
Woo! You see how this is much more entertaining than fighting goblins?
It's very oddly animated, but yes, in general.
Ah!
I'm okay! Ah!
It's because your fucking helmet is retarded.
No, the helmet isn't retarded.
Hey, you can't use that word, Ben. Helmet. That's insensitive.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That H word.
His
Helm.
It's not...
We use helms in these
helm.
parts.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, that helm is not retarded. The person who made the helm was retarded.
That's true. That's why it's such
Are you-
low-level armor, because you can't see out of it.
Hey, that is Havel the Rock's armor, except, well, his helmet at least, I guess.
I'm fine now.
Did he make the armor or just buy it?
He bought it, and then he gets someone to keep fixing it. And like I think you'll see it later. The dude's like, "Why don't you buy better armor?" He's like, "No, this works. It's fine. Just fix it."
Okay, against everything other than goblins, it sucks. Against goblins, it works.
Yeah,
That's
because
why he likes
it allows him to move around nimbly. Because they're not very strong creatures. Because he doesn't need all that much protection. Because they can't hurt him that much. When against an ogre, his brain should have been. His skeleton should have been stuck
Shattered?
in that wall, and his skin would have fallen off.
Oh, by the way, it's time for the big finale.
Is he making a croissant?
Yeah.
Croissant, croissant.
He has to cook it first.
Yes. Are you going to finish that croissant?
Knock yourself out.
And then I'll do things.
If she manages to survive, I'll let her
Wow,
live.
you're like 18 feet tall.
This music sounds kind of cool, though. You fool!
You just
Fool! I've
blew
already
up.
seen the sun. I don't know how his arm got cut off like that.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, because I know what's happening now.
Oh yeah, trust me, I have a thing to say about this in a moment.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like more all of your blood will be going out the bottom half.
yeah. I gotta say, it was much more epic in the manga.
Yeah,
Just the way it was drawn it looked really cool.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of beating a dead horse talking about how this show is kind of low budget for
Yeah.
what it is.
wait until it's finished.
Like, yeah, I know. So, this scroll for me was the breaking point of the whole series. Most things I've said up until now are just nitpicks. I'll be honest, they're like dumb little nitpicks that who cares about. But we've gone out of our way to point out that all he knows about is goblins. He didn't even know what a fucking ogre was this episode, they just showed that. And yet somehow he knows about bottom of the ocean level water pressures.
Yeah, because he asked that mage lady to make the portal for the scroll down there.
Anything that doesn't concern goblins, he's gone out of his way to ignore or forget. And yet somehow he just knew about that. And it's just like, this guy is not even a character anymore. And that was the breaking point for me.
It's okay, we can watch past it now.
Yeah, I mean, I've read past it.
Yeah.
We're just not gonna talk to any of you. Like assholes.
We've seen some shit.
We've seen an ogre. He was ugly.
Like you. Stupid elf.
Fucking elves.
They aren't goblins, so they don't matter.
Wait, what would happen if he ran into a gnome?
It's okay. The dwarf uses gnomes.
What?
Yeah. Or I don't know. His part of his spells is that he asks for the gnomes for power. I don't know. It's something weird.
Oh, the gnomes are like earth spirits, I guess.
Yeah. Wait. Okay, what happens if they come across joblins?
Joblins?
Goblins said Joblin.
I don't know. I just made it up.
You could have said anything. There were some. You could have said moblins, and that would have made more sense because that's a Legend of Zelda enemy. But you said joblins.
Well, I guess they have
No,
to
they're
go out.
goblins who constantly look for jobs. Okay, they want to be.
Are these working class goblins?
Yes, because they want to be they want to help, like, not be like a shit person of
I'm
society.
sorry.
They want to put on like
All I
suits and
see-
ties.
Yeah.
All I see is a goblin in a suit and tie going to work.
With
like,
a
riding the
briefcase-
elevator.
A
Yeah.
huge briefcase that's like its size. It's dragging around behind it.
Yeah. I'm looking for a job. I am a joblin.
Me work. Wants to.
No, these ones these ones don't talk like that.
Hello, sir. I'm actually in your division, so if you mind, would you be able to send me that case file the next time that we're at work? I'm a lawyer, Goblin. Joblin, I'm sorry, I'm not like those degenerates. Oh.
All they do is sit around and rape the little bastards. At least I go to work and then rape.
I go to work and then rape the people I'm putting in jail.
Wait, what?
That sounded way cleverer in my head. I'm sorry. Forget I was here. Goodbye.
I think we should fire this guy.
Please don't. I have a family of 18 to feed.
It's okay. There's a joblin working at the human resource department.
Oh God. Wait,
Damn Joblin's taking our jobs.
wait, hold on. When you say human resource department, is this a department where they just use humans as resources?
No, it's
Or-
the HR.
Yeah, Ben. What the fuck are these? Are
Human
Joblins.
resource.
These are fucking Joblins, you degenerate bastards. Racist.
I'm the one. Okay.
Well, any final thoughts on that episode?
No. No, not really. It actually wasn't 3D as much as I thought he was going to be.
I mean, he wasn't in that many shots, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more. Oh, yeah.
Well, that was
he,
it?
he came back.
Yeah, he came.
That's basically all her character serves to do, that scene.
Yeah.
Well, that ended that rather abruptly.
Yeah.
Goblins.
Joblins!
Joblins. I'm hitting stop now.